Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with yours truly, Mike and T-Roy. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
Just lovely.
I love that shirt.
It's a good one, isn't it?
It's one of my favorites.
It is.
You've got probably the best collection of T-shirts of anyone I know.
Well, all right, as anyone you know, I guess I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, why?
It's an eclectic collection.
Yeah, but it's superb. None of it is waste either. None of it is fat. None of it is, just like, I like, 90% of them. But then there's that 10% dork T-shirts that you think are cool. Like, no.
Yeah, there's a couple. They just don't make it out of the rotation.
Yeah.
They don't make it on air very often.
Yeah. But the Shocker is just a
It's
doozy.
Team Shocker. How could you go wrong?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. So, hello, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Hope everybody enjoyed their time off.
5th of July.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
Happy belated 4th of July.
Is it belated? Yeah, I guess. Man, the fireworks were going off yesterday.
They were.
I mean, it's expected this
It
time of
is.
year, no doubt about it. But we actually went to the Tiger game,
Yeah, we did.
and your daughter and us, and we had a fucking blast. And they did fireworks, and then driving home,
It was amazing.
it was. I've never seen anything like it. I've literally never seen anything like it. It was fireworks were going off
I've had the
every
opportunity.
15 feet from Detroit all the way back home.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to be out driving a couple different times, either on 4th of July or
Yeah.
like that Saturday night, something like that, when it's like that.
Yeah.
And there's fireworks going everywhere, and it's super cool. But that one was really unique because we were driving up the freeway.
Yeah.
Coming up the lodge, coming back home.
Yeah.
And it was on both sides. It was like, it was almost like
And
it was going
big
from-
ones.
big
It wasn't like, guys with sparklers and little bottle rockets,
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh, no, these were,
and
yeah.
and the personal ones have gotten much bigger now. You can buy, and they're expensive as hell, but these were like legit.
Yeah. And there was
Big
one
ass fireworks.
It literally looked like they were being lit off in the middle of the freeway.
For us.
For us. That's what it looked like as we're driving up, like, where the fuck are these coming from? Like,
Yeah.
And it was just this,
It was
big,
the finale.
huge finale type deal. But as we got closer, it was literally on the service drive right next to the freeway that they were launching them
Yeah.
off. And it was just raining hellfire onto the freeway.
It was almost the most impressive fireworks display I've ever seen.
It was
And
pretty
it was
good.
so cool because we were driving for like, I don't know, you're doing shit, 75 miles an hour on the lodge.
Please.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just,
case there's any police
we were
listening.
very, very responsible. But you're doing okay, 90 on the lodge. And it was like dead center. There was no one around us.
And I mean, for a good, felt like 3 miles of driving
Yeah.
up to this thing, of this long, straight stretch of the freeway.
And the finale got bigger and bigger as we got closer to the point that it ended like as we just went under it.
yeah.
It was like our own
the
personal
shrapnel
fireworks.
was hitting the
display.
car and
It
everything.
did,
there was
dude.
litter all over the freeway from it. It was pretty comical, actually.
We went through what looked like a hailstorm, and
Yeah.
it was just all the fireworks shit.
Right.
Explosions coming off and hitting the car, which was kind of wild.
I pretended to be all triggered from overseas. Fucking floored it. Not today, ISIS. Not today.
Not today. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July, and it's a fun holiday. Just kind of a lot of family, a lot of barbecues.
America.
Celebrating America.
Hell yeah.
People at the park were all American flagged up proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good group, and
Yeah,
it
had
was,
a good fireworks display there.
Yeah.
With all those songs that hit you right in the feels.
yeah. I feel like they didn't.
Be an
American, just as long as I can.
Whatever the hell it is. Yeah, that one.
That one played, but I didn't feel like some fireworks displays are really good at syncing up the
Oh, yeah,
music
no,
with the
it was-
explosions. This was more kind of just random, which was it. But they were all the hit you in the feel songs, so
Definitely.
it was fine. But what was really cool, as soon as the game ended and it went to 10 innings, it was. I mean, if you're into defense and a pitcher's duel,
That was it.
you got it.
You
So
have a two-hitter that and lost.
yeah. Yeah, and it was 1-0 in 10 innings. The A's won, but then one of the A's players came out in just like a sleeveless T-shirt that he probably wore under his jersey. He's given an interview, And then a couple guys start shuffling out of the dugout.
Went and grabbed a chair and a beer. Sat down. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was cool looking. Yeah.
He's FaceTiming with his family, and it's so funny. He keeps showing the beer to whoever he was FaceTiming with, his girlfriend or
from
his
Oakland.
wife,
We played the A's, so it was the road team. Out of town on the 4th of July.
And then, because I've been to tons of Tiger games where they did, I used to go a lot. Apparently on Friday night they used to do
they still do
fireworks. Do they still do it?
I'm pretty sure.
So I looked it up yesterday. It was like, sure as shit, of course, on the 4th they're going to have a fireworks display, which was great. But it was really cool to see by the time the fireworks started, half the A's roster was out on the first base line, and the third base line was like the entire Tigers team, people that work, training staff, coaching staff, and their families, wives and kids.
Everybody out there.
Like they were all out there enjoying the fireworks with the crowd. Nobody left early.
It was a pretty cool feeling, really.
Yeah, it really was
a Friday night fireworks, I could give a shit.
Yeah.
I used to stick around with the kids. That's why we'd go and do that stuff.
Yeah.
Run the bases day and stupid shit.
Did you ever do that?
I mean, they did, not kids.
Yeah.
You can look at me sideways on that. It's not.
Well, you got to take them down there.
Field of Dreams, But so I could care less. But last night was like, we're staying for these fireworks.
Hell yeah.
As long as this doesn't go like 17 innings or something weird.
I think you had an out at 11.
Well, that was tentative. It was still pretty early.
Well, you like to make plans, T. And whether they get, it's like we're leaving at 6:40.
I just wanted you guys, I had to set some limits.
Yeah.
Let you guys know there was a cap on that.
Hey, someone's got to.
Somebody had to work today.
And so you put a cap at 11 innings. I knew that wasn't like a hard out, but it was just like, hey, let everyone in the group know, okay, we can stay for extra innings.
Way to go for that 6:40 start time too, instead of the 7 o'clock. It brought us an extra half hour.
It did, and they needed it because it wasn't quite dark yet. We're still in that really, 10 o'clock at night, it's still light out.
Yeah.
We're still in that zone. So, 2 days in a row, man. I went to the Brighton fireworks with my folks and Cece, who was amazing. I mean, when that grand finale's going off and you're sitting there by the lake.
This shakes the ground.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I mean,
really.
She just sat there just like whatever. Because we had a dog, I've mentioned Molly before. Molly, I mean, at a lightning strike, under the bed, like gone. That scared the shit out of that dog.
Molly was a pussy.
Yeah. And so my mom worked really hard to train Maggie, who you remember, Margaret. Mm-hmm. And Maggie was pretty good. She would purposely take Maggie out walking in thunderstorms to get her used to that because she did not want another Molly on her hands. But Cece, I haven't done shit. She's just like, yeah, whatever. If Dave's sitting here and he's cool with it, then I'm cool with it.
You don't look like you're worked up. Then, I think I'm okay with it.
It was great. She didn't go after people and scream at people, and
that's
so good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A little more dramatic at the White House, apparently, than it was around here. Yeah, apparently.
Did they have fireworks?
They did have some sort of fireworks display, and the whole president and his family were all there, and apparently they had to bring in the hazmat team, which seems a bit like overkill to me. They found a baggie of blow in one of the rooms at the White House, and the big story was it found in the library or was it found in the West Wing? And I'm like, who gives a shit?
What really difference in that?
They're like, well, in the West Wing, journalists are there, and sometimes I'm like,
what was the? Why am I brain farting? What was the white powder that they were mailing around?
Anthrax.
Anthrax, yeah. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't spit it out.
Anthrax usually comes in an envelope or on a package, but in a little baggie.
Not in a little dime bag.
Yeah, in a little dime bag.
Well, maybe that's where it starts, and then you have to put it in an envelope.
Yeah. Well, or
possibly,
maybe, perhaps, the guy known with the world's biggest crack problem and known for leaving bags of blow literally everywhere he goes.
And laptops.
Yes, exactly. And if you went through the keyboard and tried to clean that up, you'd probably get high as balls.
Just through the all through the grooves. Just take one giant rail.
If you just shook that thing out, you could get an 8
those
ball
air
out.
dusters and it just goes like LeBron's intro.
Like Horrible Bosses. Yeah. When they fucking spill the Coke and he's trying to fucking shop back it up and he's just high as shit.
I'm really good at cleaning.
So, the White House was engulfed in this scandal during their 4th of July celebrations, the Secret Service hunted for whoever was responsible for leaving cocaine in the West Wing.
Good choice of words.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even pick up on that one. Yeah, they were hunting.
See what you did there.
Did the hunter find what he was looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
We had to hunt him down and give it back to him.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how that would play out. Did you really hunt around for whose baggie it was?
I'm honestly surprised we're hearing about it.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that we found out about it.
Well, there's some people.
It didn't just get squashed.
One guy wrote, Matt Wallace, he's got a lot of followers on Twitter or whatever. He asserted, and take it for what it's worth, I have no idea, but his tweet to, when you have 1 million plus followers, there's some legitimacy to you on some level. Now, I don't know who that is. Maybe he's some super right wing, fucking.
He's definitely right. It's funny. I still, to this day, follow Elon Musk.
Only?
I might have followed you.
Thank you.
Because you followed me, I might have followed you back, just because that's what bros do.
That's what bros do.
So I follow
Unless
you.
it's Charlie fucking LaDuff. He refuses to follow me, son of a bitch.
That guy.
He follows nobody. I'm like, really, dude?
Well, then you can't
really
feel bad.
No, I know. He's like,
You're not special enough to be the one guy he's going to follow.
That's why I wanted to be. I'm like, Chuck, come on. And he gets really pissed if I call him Chuck.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Charlie, just follow me. He's like, nope, I'm following no one. I follow no one. I'm like, oh, it was such a rebel.
I know.
Whatever.
Right down the middle.
So you know who Matt Wallace is?
Not specifically, but I see that was my point is I get these updates on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yet I follow no one. I put no likes on there.
Yeah.
But why am I getting these things? Why do I get Rob Reiner spewing off? Now, because I've replied to a couple of them and tell him he's a fucking meathead a couple of times. I'm sure that's why I see it. But I'll wake up and I'll have all these notifications from Twitter. Like, why? Why do I get Matt Wallace notifications?
It's so weird. I follow a couple hundred people, I think. And mostly listeners that I've just refollowed or whatever. But and then it's mostly news organizations. I follow Anthony Cumia. I follow Elon Musk as well. And all of a sudden now, like Tim Pool will show up in my thing. Maybe I follow Tim Pool. I don't know. He's great at what he does. But Anthony Cumia is hilarious because he only tweets about basically one topic, and that's race. And it's usually some smart ass play on the N word or something. That's what he's famous. So I get a slight chuckle out of that. Yeah.
There you go.
So Matt Wallace he said the cocaine found at the White House is not from Hunter Biden. The real story is actually much worse than that. Many of Biden's top staff regularly use cocaine and other hardcore drugs. The cleaning crews are tasked with hiding all traces, but this weekend was especially bad.
Oh, they probably gave the cleaning crew the weekend off.
Yeah, maybe.
The holiday.
Yeah.
Oops.
Could be. And that wouldn't surprise me in the least.
That's a bold statement. I mean, to just put out there.
Yeah. And he doesn't name names, but
Or give any evidence.
Would it surprise you in the least if top levels of,
on anything across the board, in any sphere.
Right.
So to be in government, it makes it unique? No, not really.
I've told the story a few times, but I'll tell it again. When Derek and I were in New York, I was doing Anthony's show, and Derek happened to be out there for something else. And so we were hanging out, went to a nice restaurant in Midtown Manhattan, and he goes to the bathroom, and he comes back. He's like, bro, go into the bathroom. Just go into one of the stalls and check it out. And I'm like, what's the deal? He's like, just go check it out. And so I walked into one of the stalls, and it's littered. I mean, 20, 30, 40, like 2.5-inch long straws, all different colors. And it comes to be, the guys on Wall Street don't give a shit. They don't care who knows what. They're probably just doing lines of blow as they're walking on the street, not trying to hide it. And what's going on is there's a last train out of town. So if you live in Jersey, if you live, wherever around the area, there's like a certain last subway you can get. And so at that time, whether it's 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, they all go do their last bump, chuck the straw on the ground,
don't
and
take the
hightail it
with
down.
you.
Yeah, exactly. And
Paraphernalia, if you will.
dude, I've been to every bar in Michigan, it feels like, and California, and I don't think I've ever seen a single straw on the floor.
No, because we can drive home.
Right. but still, why wouldn't, it seems like who's going through your wallet in the subway? Well, maybe people are, but
Right.
it was hilarious to see like just so brazen and like not give a shit at all. Like doing lines, God knows what. I mean, maybe they're just doing Adderall, but I'm assuming they're all doing blow.
Something.
And honestly, I could give a shit what Hunter Biden's doing. You and I have had our past, and whatever. Right. I don't judge people for that, but to act like would
it be better or worse if it's Hunter's blow?
Insignificant. They're trying to pretend like he's clean and sober. It's like, dude, that guy's habit is so strong and so glorified. Right. The thought that like, oh, now that his dad was elected president, he's on the straight and narrow. It's like, what would give you that idea? Like everything about this guy screams. He weighs his coke and then fights with fucking hookers about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And drug dealers about it's off a 0.%. And you're like, okay, dude, he's next level. So I don't know. It's just kind of funny. The Hunter Biden was among the family members.
Makes me chuckle that there was coke in the White House, though.
Yeah.
Well, not since the Dallas Cowboys days.
Yeah, I gotta think. If I was ever invited into the White House, I'd want to do something. Get a handy, a blowy,
something.
Do a line of something. Right. Just to be like,
rail in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Sure. Off the podium.
Sure.
Anything.
Just to be. You want to have a story when you leave the White House. Not like, I got to shake the president's hand.
Sure.
Great. Did you do a line in the fucking bathroom? In the Oval?
Get like a big wad of toilet paper and soaked, really wet.
Yeah.
Go one of those really high ceilings. Chuck it up there and stick it, and it dries and it like never comes down ever. Walked in there for decades and be like, that was
mine.
Me. That was me.
Do they still use in construction builds the square tiles they used to, where you could throw a pencil up there and thunk and stick it in like schools? Mm-hmm. Do they still use those?
Well, yeah, the acoustic like grid ceilings all over the place. And,
yeah. I don't know what that was. That soft shit.
That was a little different.
That'd be fun too in a high ceiling place to thunk, jam one of those up there.
Yeah, but they come back down.
Do they?
Eventually. Pencil?
Yeah.
Eventually,
gravity will. Why wouldn't it do that with your wet nap?
Because it dries and adheses to it.
So it turns into like
paper mache.
Paper mache. God, I love me some paper mache.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I did some paper mache when I was in Arizona.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, let's put that on the list with rom-coms and.
Marshall and I did. I did a couple of them actually, and I made one of the cartoon cats, like the black cat. It's like from old cartoons, but it was just easy to draw on the paper mache. Felix. Yeah, exactly.
Just a guess.
Good call. I did Felix, and then with Marshy, I did one, and it's the perfect size to do the globe, and so I did the whole planet, and
All right.
Yeah, so it was more fun than I thought it would be.
Make it flat or round?
Flat, obviously.
Clearly.
I mean, the world is flat. So they're saying the West Wing is the activity center for the White House. It includes the Oval Office, offices for the president's executive staff, cabinet room, Roosevelt room, press briefing room, where dozens of members of the White House press corps gather for work every day. So what are you saying, that someone from the press corps left below there? Perhaps.
Possible.
I would say it's also possible, if not highly likely, that we know exactly who left the blow there. And it wouldn't be the first time. And I wanted to update myself just to kind of remember. Last time Hunter had gotten a rental car. Actually, I think he got it in California and then returned it in Arizona. But he left a crack pipe in there, and this was just before the 2016 presidential election. That his dad, President Soup, was not running that time, remember, because Bo had just died from brain cancer, and that's when Hunter started fucking his wife.
Yeah.
If you remember, I believe it was Haley.
I think that seems like proper mourning.
Yeah. Yeah, to start fucking your dead brother's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
step right in.
To start doing crack with her and all that stuff. Yeah, why not?
And numb the pain.
Yeah.
Fill the void.
Does that feel like it should get more press than it does? Because it sure feels that way to me.
I mean, again, it's a tad immoral. But is it anything that's blatantly newsworthy?
Like honestly,
it's tabloid fodder. That's all it is.
But if something happened to G's wife, God forbid, something happened to G, God forbid.
Yeah.
the thought of banging the warden is like, are you fucking kidding me? Not a chance. It's nothing to do with it. Well, of course you would.
No, I'm not saying
it's
me.
because it's my brother.
Warden's a lovely lady. I'd throw her around.
Oh, I know you would. Wife. And I don't blame people. She's beautiful.
Sure, exactly.
She's hot. She's got a great bod. The whole works. But, dude, it's G's wife. There's no fucking way.
And I'm not condoning it in any situation, but people console each other in strange ways sometimes.
Yeah, with crack and rolling around the sheets.
Sure.
All right.
And who knows? Maybe they've been banging for years.
Yeah, maybe.
So who knows?
Yeah, Bo was laid up for a while. I mean, God, of all people you could get together with, Hunter. Jesus Christ.
Right? You better off, going outside the family, or are you keeping it there? I mean, it's almost like it's like getting knockoff brand cereal. It's close. It's not quite the same.
You're comparing Hunter taking Bo's wife to the Hydrox Oreo debate.
Exactly right. She went from an Oreo
to a
Hydrox. And maybe she was getting some double stuffs in between. I don't know. We'll never know. With that family, nothing would surprise me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this clown, how fucked up on crack do you have to be to not only leave a crack pipe in your rental car, but your credit card, a driver's license, a Delaware Attorney General badge. I think that was his brother, Bo's. I think his brother was the Attorney General in Delaware.
Using his fake ID.
A cell phone, a U.S. Secret Service business card.
All right, yeah.
And I believe there was Coke residue on the dash.
I think I remember something about that
found,
as well.
Like in line form. Like, dude, did you even... You just shut the car off and hopped out and ran?
Late for his he was obviously jacked up.
Yeah.
And late for his fucking plane.
Yeah, he was late to meet a dealer is what it sounds like. His dealer's like, dude, I'm giving you 5 minutes and I'm fucking out of here. I've been hanging out in this Target parking lot for an hour waiting for your dumbass. I assume he was
at an airport when he dropped off the rental car, would be my guess.
Probably. He had rented the car from a Hertz in California, and it was returned to in Prescott, Arizona. The car keys were not properly deposited in a drop box. Well, he ought to go to prison for that.
Based on everything I just heard, I would expect nothing less.
He left it in the car's gas tank compartment.
All right. I don't know where to hide it, but this is where we do it.
Yeah, this is where I usually hide my crack, so it's good enough for car keys. In addition to a small white and brown pipe, approximately 3 to 4 inches long, they also found on top of the Coke residue on the dashboard a small Ziploc bag with a white powdery substance inside, all sitting on the passenger seat. So it's...
70s cop style.
Yeah.
Take the knife out.
Little gummer.
Smack.
Little gummer. I know this is smack. I don't know it all day long.
Angel dust.
Fingerprints were not found on the pipe. I wonder why that would be. He seems like such a clean fella.
I'm sure he
obviously
wiped that thing down good and proper.
Yeah. Which officials determined was used to smoke crack.
Brilliant. Yeah. Fucking money well spent there.
Prescott police were just smack unable to find Hunter Biden.
Well, we don't listen. Circumstantial evidence at best. I mean, all his ID is
credit cards.
Yeah, those could have been stolen and left there. They could have been stolen by a crackhead.
Right.
And then left all together in the same shit pile.
Well, that seems more likely than what I was thinking, that a crackhead just left all his shit everywhere.
Yeah. I was doing a job a couple years ago in the school, and apparently over the weekend, somebody broke into the school, came in through a roof hatch, had left some clothes and like a purse there, took a giant shit on the floor right next to it.
Mad respect for that.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, then we come in on Monday, and there's all the Russells and bosses. Everybody's talking about it and finding. Well, there was like.
How do you know that someone didn't bring their dog in there and their dog just took a huge shit? Is
the dog
recognizable as human shit?
The dog would have to climb down the ladder, for one, from
difficult,
the roof.
Not impossible.
The dog would have had to get onto the roof and then climb down the roof hatch. He would
need help.
This would be a giant dog, and that ate corn. No, I didn't look closely at the poop. I did see the poop. I didn't look closely at the poop. I was like,
please call it shit. Poop sounds weird.
I'm doing poop. No, but the funniest part was these people thought that the chick's wallet that was in there was the one that left the shit. And so everybody was like, I'm like, Okay, you don't think that's a stolen fucking purse that this idiot came in here and rummaged through and then took a giant shit and left? You think that lovely lady in her mid-40s came in here and just ripped a giant dump? Fucking clowns. They were like, that probably makes more sense. I'm like, you guys are idiots.
When people leave human shit in places like that, it seems like they can get DNA off a fingernail if you blow a load somewhere randomly and do a shitty job of wiping it up. Piss, blood, spit, everything. They'll get it from a used fucking, coffee cup thrown in the garbage, and they'll get DNA and fingerprints of it. Like, why aren't they able to go, oh, that's Bill Mahalski's shit. We ran it through the system. And
they don't care. It's irrelevant.
Is that what it is? Always?
I don't want to bother running the shit for the DNA to find out who it was.
Is there anything more disrespectful than taking a human dump in a hallway somewhere?
No.
I mean, that's about as disrespectful as you can get.
I could do one better.
Okay.
An XXX I dated a while ago. Somebody in the middle of the night had climbed up on her husband at the time's hood of his car and just took a giant shit right on the hood of his car in his driveway.
Okay.
Right? So cops came, did all this stuff, never found anything, whatever. So it's a cold case now. But fast forward to 5, 8 years later, whatever it was, her son, who was a kid at the time, now is getting his clearances for working for the military stuff. He was doing like drone, like a maintenance,
drone
like
operator?
a mechanic, not an operator, but he was an airplane mechanic working on drones and stuff. So when he went to get through and put his fingerprints and all of his stuff into the system, all of a sudden, it was like ding! All of a sudden it popped as a match somewhere. Well, what it was, so then now the cops come back around following up on this. Because they had found, when they dusted for fingerprints and everything, they didn't find anything out of the ordinary, but the kid's fingerprints weren't on file because he was a kid.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden his fingerprints are in the system, and then ping, it pops up on this match all of a sudden. So the cops come back and they're like, "Hey, we found a match. We found the random shitter." They're like, "No, that's my kid. He was 10. He was in the car. That's why you found his that's why you found his fingerprints all over."
Not to say it couldn't have been the shitter, but
no, it couldn't. He definitely could have been. But
was there another shitter on the grassy knoll?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Right?
Yeah.
But that was the funny part. Like all of a sudden they were like, "We got a break in the case," because all of a sudden his fingerprints
7 years later
went into the system.
Hilarious. So Prescott police couldn't find Hunter Biden wherever, he's just impossible to find.
Yeah.
And they declined to prosecute for some reason. Imagine if you leave a crack pipe and crack in a rental car.
Yeah, circumstantial. You can't prove it was his.
Yeah,
Can't even prove it he left it. He's
guess.
not there. You have to. That's legitimate. You have to be caught with it.
It's not the first time he's been linked to drugs. Shocker. Biden received a waiver. Good for him. He got a waiver. I don't know how he was able to do that, but he got a waiver for a drug-related incident when he was a young man so that he could join the Navy Reserves in 2012. God damn it if he didn't test positive for coke.
Oh, no.
During a random drug test a single month into his service and was booted from the military.
I think he got that waiver.
In 2017, yeah, exactly. People probably jumped through quite a few hoops to get him that waiver.
I would think that would negate said waiver.
Yeah, unless you're, one of the privileged families that can, maybe a Kennedy, maybe a Biden, In 2017, his then wife, Kathleen, the stories that broad could probably tell, she stated in divorce papers he spent extravagantly on his own interest, including drugs, alcohol, prostitutes, strip clubs, gifts for women whom he was banging. So he's had quite a story. The other thing that doesn't get much press attention, but is really sad, and I don't want to judge a bunch of people, but he does have a fucking child. Granted, it was with some stripper in Arkansas or whatever, but he's got a fucking 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah. She's heir to the throne.
Yeah. White House aides are reportedly being lied to in strategy meetings in an apparent attempt to cover up the president's 7th grandchild, an illegitimate child fathered by Hunter. As the president readies for his re-election campaign, his team is worried that a 4-year-old child living in Arkansas could tarnish the president's
Arkansas.
Yeah.
The fuck are we doing?
This could tarnish the president's choreographed image as a devoted family man. No. The child.
You'd have been fine if you would have hung the fucking stocking up.
Yeah, exactly.
And just acknowledge the damn kid.
Yes, we all know your kid's a total fuck up. By the way, the child, the 4-year-old, in no way tarnishes this asshole's choreographed image as a devoted family man. His shit wife, his even shittier son, and him have done that by acting like she doesn't exist. And the whole world has to pretend like, oh, yeah, it's crazy. Every time I cringe, every time he's like, I have 6 grandchildren. I love them all the same. And I talk to them on the phone every day. And you're like, hey, dipshit, you have a 7th one, too. You know, I mean, can you even imagine, Troy? Honestly, like, you're the fucking president. And that this is how you treat, a family member?
They were ignoring that kid long before he became president. So that's just the norm.
And now getting, the staff to go along with this, like, oh, yeah, she doesn't exist. The president's team is reportedly pushing a public relations strategy that involves never recognizing Navy Joan as part of the Biden family. White House aides are being told in strategy.
Navy Joan?
Yeah.
I wouldn't acknowledge that dipshit name either. What fucking name that? Oh, Hunter. All fucking.
Right. I was in the Navy. My brother was in the Navy.
Just fucking up on the form, all cracked out, like in the service. Navy.
Last chick I fucked in the ass, Joan.
How you feeling, Jonesy?
So they're pushing a public relations strategy that involves never recognizing Navy Joan as part of the family. White House aides are being told in strategy sessions the president only has 6 grandchildren, not 7. Press Secretary KJP refused to answer questions about the child in May. One of the press, and I'll give him credit, I wanted to ask you about the trial going on in Arkansas with Hunter and the child support. Are the president and first lady monitoring that? And how come they haven't acknowledged the 7th grandchild? I'm not going to speak to that from here. Well, you're the press secretary for the president. You'd think you'd have a better answer than that. But if no one pushes back, if no one asks a follow-up.
Okay, my fault. Yep. Yeah. Carry on. Next.
He says, the best part of it all, I have 6 grandchildren. I'm crazy about them. I speak to them every single day. He said that at a White House event in April. Not a joke. No, sir, you're the joke. You know, Hunter and Navy Joan's mother, London Roberts, settled the legal battle. He was paying her $20,000 a month, and he's broke. Yeah. He by the way, when he went to Arkansas to claim that he was broke, he took a private jet there.
Brilliant.
Hilarious. As if that's not like, seriously, bro.
Was it on his dime, though?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, one of his rich buddies paid his taxes.
Exactly. I don't have any money, but I have rich friends.
He also, they worked out a deal where she can never take the Biden last name, which is probably a blessing. Honestly, Navy Joan, you're probably better off just keeping your stripper mom's name.
Yeah, but let's see how that works out when she turns 18.
Yeah.
We've seen this before, Jerry Jones.
Exactly. Exactly. And I didn't know this until I just read this. Navy Joan will receive some of Hunter's amateur artwork, which the 4-year-old will be able to pick out herself.
Oh, what an honor.
Yeah. Hunter's artwork is sold at auction for as much as $500,000. Buyers' identities are unknown. My guess is they're Ukrainian nationals, Chinese nationals, and Russian nationals. Yeah. But, what do I know?
It's the board of Burisma.
Yeah. They're buying it all up.
The Burisma fucking conference room is just lined with...
You know what's kind of sad about
original hunters.
Yeah. His daughter's gonna be like, really? This is what this asshole left me? Couldn't he just leave me a fucking bag of crack? I would have been able to have more value.
Listen, I don't have any money, but you put this on eBay and I'll make sure you get taken care of. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Some Ukrainian Russian's gonna buy it. Don't worry about it.
When you hear from Ivan, you just say yes.
The funniest part about this is, I don't think his artwork is horrible.
No, I was looking at it.
Honestly, it's not bad.
I almost just came across it. Gross.
The
other day. It's not that good, but
yeah.
I was surprised at actually what it was.
Yeah.
Different than what I expected. Not that I really expected anything
Finger
particularly.
painting,
Kind
paint
of
by
yeah,
numbers.
right? Poop and blood.
A tabletop with just white lines all over it. You paint what you know.
Yeah, a black thing with just white hash marks
White
across
hash
it.
marks, yeah.
No, it wasn't bad, but art is subjective. But why that gets that kind of money,
Yeah, there's only one reason why. it
and
gets
why
that kind
they're
of money.
anonymous. Fucking all these buyers are anonymous.
Yeah, yeah.
Just another thing that doesn't quite add up.
Hey, just another starving artist, finally getting his due.
Sure, exactly. Yep.
It's good stuff, but there's tons of good stuff.
Right.
And Hunter Biden is not someone.
Define good stuff.
Right.
You know?
Well, it could be like at the DIA where you've just got a red dot on
Exactly.
a white canvas.
Right.
Brilliant. Millions. Worth millions. And people make mockery of it. They'll just have a toilet.
This is his
set up
minimalist face.
Yes, of course. Hilarious. Ben and Jerry's is taking some more shit. Are you a Ben and Jerry's fan? And keep in mind, I understand their relation with Cherry Garcia.
Yeah.
so that's
Ironically,
gonna
I
make
don't
it-
like Cherry Garcia.
Yeah.
Not a fan, or fish food.
Is that one of their flavors?
Yeah. But there are, and even ironically enough, one of my favorites is it Fallon's thing or something? But it's
Jimmy Fallon?
yeah, or one of those, or Colbert. Or somebody's got like
I think
a
Colbert
night
does.
show flavor or something like that. But it's like a chocolate covered sugar cone pieces and like chocolate swirl. Like it's right up my alley. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think it's overpriced ice cream.
Yeah. Honestly, I've had, what is it, Chunky Monkey?
Yeah, sure.
And Cherry Garcia. I've never liked any of it.
Okay.
Never.
I don't have
just-
any issue with it. I think it's fine. I don't like Cherry Garcia because I don't like cherries very much. And I
Yeah.
certainly don't want cherry ice cream.
Yeah.
So it bothers me that I'm stuck. I can't eat my Cherry Garcia.
Yeah. There's some, like my
Couldn't
brother.
have been Barry fucking Garcia, you pricks.
Yeah,
It had to be
right.
Cherry Garcia.
Yeah, exactly. My brother, I think it's Bell. Is the
Blue Bell?
brand? Is that what it is?
Yep.
It's fucking fantastic.
good, sure.
Like there's some great ice creams out there. Some that I
Guernsey,
just
top notch.
Guernsey's great. Yes. I've never been a big Ben and Jerry's fan, and this goes back years and years. They're like on Haight-Ashbury, man, is where their headquarters are and stuff. And so, or I think they're in Vermont.
actually,
yeah.
But they're still hippies at heart.
But they've got a corner slot at Haight-Ashbury. At least they did, and that's man. It's total Grateful Dead hippie stuff, dude. And you remember walking around there? Everything's tie dye, and it's cool. For guys like us that are deadheads at heart. It's cool, and it fits in there. I've just never really liked the ice cream. It is what it is. But they can't seem to get out of their own way with this woke shit.
Nah, they keep chopping themselves off the foot. Yeah.
Yeah. Colbert ice cream is a prime example,
Yeah, that's the one I was ashamed to say that I like. But
Yeah.
I don't care what's on the. I care what's in the box, not what's on the box.
Right.
So.
Well, they decided for 4th of July to post a message on social media. It was our 247th birthday as a nation. So Ben and Jerry's decided to post, the 4th of July. Who doesn't love a good parade, some tasty barbecue, and a stirring fireworks display? The only problem with all that, though, is that it can distract from an essential truth about this nation's birth. The U.S. was founded on stolen indigenous land.
Okie dokie.
Take the fucking day off, assholes.
No, they subscribe to the Rob Reiner effect. You don't get a day off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Sulu. Is it Sulu? Is that George Takei?
Yeah,
I think
so.
him too. Yeah. They must be getting paid.
There's got to be something there. There's got to be something.
Like, how do you find a way to shit on this country literally 365 days a year? Can't find anything? Anything?
Nope.
You're a gay loudmouth fucking who was on a hit TV show 100 years ago. Yeah. Only in America, sir.
And, a token hire. Let's just fucking say it. Let's just call it what it is. It wasn't your spectacular acting skills.
No. Oh, my.
Yeah.
He's gotten by on, oh, my. You know what I mean?
It's money that assholes made off of that, too.
Oh, my. Great.
Oh, boy.
The U.S. exists on stolen land. We have to acknowledge that today and every day. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is just walk around all day, every day.
Do you want to give it back?
Yeah.
Do you want to sell your
How
franchise?
does that play out,
What are we doing here?
How does that look?
All right, go find me,
A parcel of land anywhere on planet Earth that wasn't stolen at some point?
exactly.
Yeah.
But define stolen.
Right. You mean fought for?
How did the indigenous people acquire this land?
I don't know.
Was there a deed?
They were crop.
We
It
were
just grew
here first.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? Seriously. I mean, I'm not defending necessarily what happened.
Yeah.
But it happened, and it's happened since the age of time and continues to happen.
Yeah.
And will continue to happen.
That's how land is gotten. Yeah. You fight for it and win it. To the victor goes the spoils. Ever heard of that?
Now we've become a little more civil where we generally pay for it.
Yeah.
But not always.
Yeah. Alaska. That's a
Crimea.
good example. Hawaii. Crimea. Senator Mike Lee said, he tweeted, Ben and Jerry's, your once good ice cream now sucks. Okay, stupid.
Yeah.
See, I said their ice cream always sucked. Their ice
Now
cream
their ice
didn't
cream
change.
sucks. Exactly.
So you don't like their politics, so now their ice cream sucks? No, their ice cream, if you liked it before, you'd still like it now.
I'm on their site.
Yeah.
And the headers are ice cream flavors, where to buy, shops and catering, activism.
Yeah. There you go. Sure. Sure.
So, I mean, listen,
Not
it is what it is.
ingredients.
No, but you know, I mean, but you know where they stand. You know what you're getting.
Sure.
So you choose to give your money where it goes, and don't be. If you're surprised right now by that tweet,
Yeah.
then you're an idiot. Then you haven't.
If you're
surprised by that tweet right now, then you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Then you're not paying attention. You have no idea what's been going on.
Right.
So
Right. When you suggest returning the land on which our country has been built for centuries, what exactly do you imagine? Expungement of property rights? Repatriation of most Americans to Europe? That was a fair statement by political commentator Joel Petlin, and which I think says a lot. Like, what? You're not suggesting a solution.
No.
You're not coming up with, like, here's what we need to do in order
exactly
to make
what happens all the time.
Make good.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you gave them casinos. I mean, we've done the whole fucking 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you want us to do. But just standing there on your high horse where you've made billions of dollars.
To do. Okay, how do you do it?
Yeah. Well, fuck you.
We need to end world hunger.
Great.
Elon Musk, I'll give you 40 billion or whatever it was. You said we could end world hunger with X dollars. You came up with the amount.
You show me the calculation.
Show me how that's going to do it. I'll write the check tomorrow.
Yeah.
To end world hunger.
Oh yeah. Well, shut up.
Exactly.
Is the response to that?
Exactly.
Because Elon Musk knows
because there's no pushback either.
Right. And Elon Musk knows damn well he's not going to have to write a $40 billion check.
And he could, and it wouldn't matter.
And he's done it before.
Right.
And if Twitter.
And if it even did half of it, he would probably gladly write the check.
Right. And you'd probably find that if you dug a little deeper, that there are powers that be that the last thing they want to do is provide water to the world or end world hunger. There's probably an equal half that is making their fortunes off the suffering of others. Hence your cell phones and the precious metals that go into those. You don't seem to care about that. That's being made in the Congo based on, slave work.
Right.
You're talking about children barefoot working with archaic tools to dig out these precious metals that only exist in a certain couple of spots on planet Earth, and they go into your cell phones and they go into your electric vehicles. Do you care about that? No, it makes you feel good about you doing your part to, I'm driving a Tesla or I'm driving an electric vehicle. Yeah, well, go dig a little deeper, fuckface, and see how much, it starts somewhere.
Why are you driving an electric vehicle? Because people told you to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And who told you to?
And it makes you feel special. First off, it's show-offy to have an $80,000 fucking electric vehicle that does all these cool things and it's got cameras everywhere. How's that being built? How are the charging stations getting their power? How are they getting their power?
They're on the grid.
Yeah, they're on the fucking grid. So, You know, it's not quite as simple as you think it is. And your wind turbines look like shit in Southern California. I'm sorry, but you've taken one of the most beautiful places on earth, Palm Desert, and you've turned it into a fucking... it looks pretty to no one. It's not natural in any way.
I don't know why they
looks
can't
hideous.
Seems very easy to me. I mean, there's a lot of open space to be able to do this. Now, on the shoreline is a prime location because of the winds.
Sure.
In the plains is a prime
that
location
doesn't look good either.
in the winds. No, I'm just saying. I don't understand why we can't be developing this stuff offshore. Why we can't have these wind farms offshore.
By 100 miles?
Wherever.
Into the ocean?
A mile out is plenty out. I mean, you're not going to
you can
see it.
a mile out.
Go fuck yourself. It's not on the shoreline. Fine, 1.72 miles or whatever gets you just over the curvature of the Earth.
Well, I could still, with
curved.
binoculars, you could go out in the middle of the Indian Ocean, middle of the Atlantic.
You still have to get
Pacific.
the power back. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Why we can't be developing these wind farms offshore where the wind blows constantly?
Yeah.
Unadulterated wind blowing across the ocean.
Yep.
But whatever. Let's just do it on all our land.
Political commentator pointed out a screenshot of a news article that said Jewish students call for Ben & Jerry's to evacuate illegally occupied Vermont land. Speaking of stolen land, the Abenaki Nation would like to have a word with you, Ben & Jerry's, about the land under their headquarters that they are occupying in Vermont. They really should commit to returning the stolen land and naming their next flavor Shameful Hypocrisy Crunch.
Nice.
I would try that flavor, by the way.
I'd eat that, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as everybody else starts giving it up, we'd gladly give up our land.
What is the point, by the way? Is it just for ESG score? Is it just to get woke points with the far left? Is that why? Because not coming up with any solutions and just ragging on the country that you are founded in.
It's
you got it.
Virtue signaling.
Oh wow! You think? I think it's more than that. I think they really mean it.
Yeah, clearly.
They're just worried about this stolen land. Well, what? Come up with your brilliant solution.
Exactly.
Because what are you going to do with 330
we
million
just make
people
ice
who
cream.
don't
We just
belong
know
here?
the problems. We're not responsible for solving those problems.
Right.
We just want to bring them to people's attention.
Right.
And
And
other people figure it out.
why don't we dig a little deeper into all the locations and land you occupy with Ben & Jerry's and how it gets from point A to point B in massive trucks? Are they all electric vehicles that you're transporting your product all over the world with? Are they flying it across in gigundous planes and then driving it in giant FedEx air-conditioned cooling system trucks to get it to every goddamn grocery store and fucking gas station in America? How is this going? Like, how far do you want to go down this hole? How much are you polluting the world versus Troy Courtney or me? My guess is a whole hell of a lot more.
But they're doing so much better for the world.
Right.
They are.
Yeah, because they tweet.
They're high on their horse.
Yeah, they tweet. So
Hey.
stupid.
Everybody loves top shelf service, world-class experience, and of course, communication and support after the sale. So don't settle for ordinary. Go see our friends and original sponsors, Zott Ford and Holly.
The OGs.
Hell yeah. When you work with Gabara, Anthony, and their whole crew, then you'll get all that plus the yummiest deals in the D. Starting with Zott Ford's employee pricing for everyone on remaining 22 F-150s in stock plus 0% financing. Hurry, because they won't last long. Plus, the team at Zott wants to help you get out of that high interest rate car loan and replace it with 0% financing and up to $4,500 in rebates. Or if you bought out your lease and you're ready for something fresh, they can slide you out and get you an extra $1,000 for that trade-in. Finally, Zott Ford still has their famous sign and drive leases where you can lease a new 23 Bronco Sport, Explorer, or F-150. Payments just over $400 a month. Sign and drive. You see their smorgasbord of deals and their delicious inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Hey, radio41.com. That's our website. Radio41, ONE1, by the way, .com. You can buy merch
Not like some
there.
41.
No, exactly.
Radio 41.
41. You can get merch there. Amazon link, Amazon Canada link for our wonderful neighbors to the north. You know,
Take off, eh?
yeah, take off. Maybe work on those fires. They're talking about an entire summer here with fucked air.
I woke up this morning. I saw it again. It was like,
it's well over 120.
Is that residue from 4th of July, or is that fucking Canada again?
Yeah, I hate to blame the Canucks. They're such good people, except for their leader, Prime Minister Blackface. But anyway, thank you to everybody that's been using that stuff. We notice it. We see it. Every little bit helps. MyPillow, just use promo code TDC. They're blowing the shit out over there at MyPillow in my store. Certainly for 4th of July. Their towels, even Raj.
Oh, that guy should have some badass America sales for 4th of July.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Doubt. Yeah.
He does. Even Raj Sharma, my sweet, adorable leftist douche friend. I love Raj to death. I want you all to support him and follow him. Like and share his stuff, comment. He's just fucking hilarious. Even he is like, I got to hand it to him, man. Those towels are fucking the shit. They are awesome. Because he's got a skin condition. What is that?
Eczema.
Yeah, he's got eczema. And so it's like on the elbows and all that shit where people get it. And he said, these towels are so good for that. So take it for what it's worth. And believe me, if he can say...
I had to burn him after he left. It's a shame.
If he can say a negative word about someone on the right... he will leap at that opportunity. And even he has to say, all right, Lindell put together a hell of a towel. And he's blowing those out like a 6-pack for $30 or something.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Towel up proper. Let's go.
Yeah, go check that stuff out. Link to our Patreon page. Thank you to everybody that's become a Patreon member. We see you. We love you. We thank you. I think we did some pretty damn good content over the weekend. We're going to do some more this week as I am leaving town on Friday. I'm super excited to go visit G, the warden, and Marshy.
I'm super excited for you not to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be
excellent.
5 days during the week, and then the 2 weekends I'll be gone.
Perfect.
And it's only going to be about 190 degrees in Arizona.
It's a lovely time to be in Arizona, I think. Yeah,
dude, I used to go like every February, and it was just perfect. I'd leave here, it'd be fucking negative 10 degrees, and I'd land there, it'd be 75 and sunny. It was great.
There's nothing better than getting on a plane, freezing your dick off, and then getting out in shorts and flip-flops. And
it's hilarious because I never knew how to dress because you want to go full down coat, goose down. When you're here, it's like jeans and maybe long johns and thick socks.
If you're just getting dropped off at the airport, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was walking there.
You can nut up and go from the car in and be fine. I'm not saying you go in, your thong and slippers, but
I was usually
not to
in
be layered up too heavy.
Jeans, shirt, and then like a nice sweatshirt, and I'd land there and it's like 80 out, and it's like, oh, get this thing off me. Where are my flip-flops and why do I have socks on? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to that, but yeah, we'll try.
That's a mid-flight change all day.
Yeah,
do that all the time.
Yeah.
Pull the flip-flops out of the bag, throw the shoes and the socks back in there, and here we go.
Well, we're actually going their version of up north, which is a couple hours north of Cave Creek and kind of Phoenix area.
Gonna go by Jerome, are you?
Probably, actually, yeah. Maybe I'll pop in and say hello to Maynard for you and grab a bottle.
Tell him I said hello.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we're supposed to. He's got a buddy that
Find me a Judith.
What's that?
Judith.
Okay.
Look for a Judith.
Is that a wine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, we're supposed to go a couple hours up north. His buddy just built a house on this golf course, and so it's supposed to be like a 4-day golf extravaganza. So most of it'll be like 80 degrees and nice. It'll be out of that like desert heat. And but I don't know how my back's gonna hold up. So
I'm gonna play 4 days of golf.
You
might not play 4 holes.
There's no fucking way I'm playing 4 days of golf in a row. But they might. Maybe I play every other day. Maybe I just ride along. But I'm really excited to see G and Amanda and Marshall, and I gotta get a gift. I don't know what 8 and 9-year-olds are into. I don't want to do Lego because the kid's literally got a closet full of unopened Legos. So I might steal some of his Legos.
You know what you should get him?
What?
A book.
Yeah, that just seems boring from an uncle.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know what to get. I don't know what a good kid's toy is. Like I actually wrote his mom and said,
"Lawn Boy." Try that. It's critically acclaimed, I think.
Yeah. What was he? A queer? What's the other one? Oh yeah, what's the one where they're blowing the real estate agent?
I thought
kids?
that was Lawn Boy.
Is that Lawn Boy? It might be. Might be. Oh, that's kind of hilarious because his mom is so woke. She'd probably be like, "Oh my God, genderqueer, you got him genderqueer and Lawn Boy. I've been looking for these everywhere."
Get him a signed
copy.
the real Fauci.
So,
hey, speaking of the Patreon, we have some new members.
Hey,
Yep.
really?
We do. Welcome
We love
aboard,
them
kids.
so much.
We absolutely do. Again,
They're keeping the show afloat. All of you that are listening,
100%.
the handful of you that are actually members are literally keeping these microphones turned on. So we cannot thank you enough.
Cannot thank you enough. Although we can thank you a little bit right now. Again, we have some controversy over the Matt B. I think this is now the third time, I think, that we've done. Maybe the second. Maybe the first. We don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Remember.
My record-keeping skills are atrocious.
There's an overlap that happens with like the last name and then the next time a new name comes
I used to
in.
keep track, and now I just don't. And now, whatever.
So you're saying Matt B might be getting a read?
He might be getting
a thank
I
first.
felt like we did it again.
Well, he fucking owes
not.
us then. If this is his second one, he's going to have to come clean and let us know. Like I already got
It's operator error.
thanked.
But yes, you could definitely let us know that I fucked up and that you got two, and just revel in it.
I blame Matt B for this. It's a stationary enough name that it doesn't stand out.
You know,
like
like Matt B,
like a Navy Joan. Like if it was
Matt B. Illen.
Matt B. Illen for
Matt B.
sure.
What?
Matt B. an asshole if
Matt B.
if he's getting a second thank you. To be honest with you,
I'm going to go ahead and fall on the sword for this one. If you're getting two, that one's on me.
so Troy be an asshole.
Exactly.
Okay.
We also have Lynn.
Lynn
Lovely Lynn.
I
Loretta
love
Lynn.
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 Swan.
Swanee. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn.
She sounds hot. If it's a female Lynn, doesn't she?
Well, we'll find out because there's going to be a T-shirt coming that way. We'll know what size it is.
Okay.
So we'll find out.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And Mark R. Brock.
Mark Brock.
Yeah.
Marker Brock.
Marker Brock.
Marker Brock.
Yeah. When Chloe was little, she went to take karate lessons. And we went to like the dojo or whatever it was, the studio, and met the guy for the first time. And he was like kind of giving a little demonstration of what it would be and if she signed up for classes and all this
Doing
stuff.
a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, but every time he would go, now you lose. You kick, I Brock. You kick,
I
I
Brock.
She used to get so mad because every time she'd do something, I'd be like, Brock. And I'd don't do that. That's so mean.
Shut up, Wokey.
So, Mark.
You know what? Take the joke when it lands.
You kick,
okay?
I Brock.
You kick, I Brock. That's fucking great. Mark R. Brock. Maybe that's where that came from.
Maybe.
Mark R. Brock. Yes, very good. Very good at brocking. You throw a punch at Mark, he Brock. Every time.
Every time.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome.
Welcome. So what? I forget what we need to do. So, is it Mark? No, it's Lynn needs to send us a T-shirt size.
We're gonna get some. Yeah, we're gonna get us. Just gonna have to get a size out there. We're gonna know what we're dealing with.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna need addresses too because we got to mail out some stickers.
Indeed.
So
hopefully that's in there, and everybody. This goes out for everybody on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure your address is updated on there.
Yeah.
Very, very important. And it has to be through the site, and it's not on us. It's through them.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but
sucks.
it's worth it.
It sucks, but please do that. Makes everything easier for us.
Yes, and yes. Another disruption on a plane, T. These happen quite frequently.
Snakes?
No, not snakes. All these motherfucking snakes on a plane. No, it's not that. I don't know if it's the altitude that makes people lose their shit or if it's just.
It's the entitlement.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Well, some people just go batshit. I think some people over medicate, like they're scared as shit of flying, so they take, I don't know, what is it, Adderall or Xanax?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
Valium's a big one, I
Valium?
think,
Yeah.
for those, and then maybe
Coke.
Maybe they have a drink or two. Yeah, it's a little counterproductive, I think. But,
I would agree.
yeah, you start mixing stuff. Planes get delayed.
Tell that
you
to
have a
Hunter.
Cocktail. Yeah. Listen. If nothing else, I think Hunter can handle his fucking drugs.
Yeah.
So
He gets a little forgetful. But he's not going to, and he's going to nod off from time to time, but he's not going to, yeah. Hey, I'm not pointing fingers.
he hasn't done 180 in a vet and fucking killed a lady and a dog or anything, so he's keeping it together as far as I know.
But before the grace of God go I believe. Something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this lady was on an American Airlines flight. I believe I'm flying American Airlines.
Well, keep your eye out.
Yeah, I hope she's not on my flight because this had some.
I'm guessing
this was devastating.
I'm guessing
for
whatever
some
this
people.
is, she's not going to be on any American airline flights anytime soon.
Probably
Would
not.
be my guess. I don't know.
First question, obviously, is would you? And I'll show you the video,
Okay.
and then you can, obviously that's the question on most people's minds first when it's a lady acting the fool on a plane is would you?
Right.
So she was recorded over the weekend, had a bizarre moment on the plane, but if she's to be believed, and I don't know enough about her at this point, and neither do you, if you're being honest.
Nothing. I know nothing about this woman.
Yeah, so
I don't even know if I would.
maybe she's telling the truth. Yeah, you don't at this point exactly.
So
You don't
I'm
even
coming
know
in
if
this
you would.
completely blind, literally.
The incident has gone viral, was apparently recorded at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I believe they were going somewhere in Florida. Side note, Carrot Top was also on this flight.
Really?
Yes, he
Okay.
was.
Did he
And
chime in on this?
He has chimed in. He was
Excellent.
furious.
I was wondering what he was going to think.
He was very, very upset because
Everybody, he stole his thunder.
Right.
Somebody was paying attention to
No.
somebody besides the creepy fucking guy.
no,
He might be the weirdest looking dude I've ever seen.
yeah, Scott Thompson is his
is
name, or
it-
Scott?
I
I can't remember.
I
Scott
didn't
something.
think he could get weirder looking, and then he got yoked. Right? It was like a-
to an embarrassing yoke level,
Yes.
like
Like-
scary, like steroids to a level not seen amongst most humans.
Yeah.
there was something going on.
yeah.
There's getting in shape, there's getting healthy, and then there's whatever the fuck he
I mean,
did.
it was already behind the 8 ball because he's a redhead.
Yeah,
I mean,
soulless, yeah,
Real
transparent.
stranger. Then he's just butt fucking ugly.
Yeah,
And then now you look like a supervillain.
yeah,
You know, that's what that's what look like you're going to star in a Marvel movie.
yeah. He should have master plans. He's putting together in a cave somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He also looked like he did some form of plastic surgery disaster to that face.
Well, he tried to fix that thing, and like we've seen,
Not possible.
It doesn't. It only gets worse.
Yeah, especially when you're a redhead.
Yeah.
I mean, if Fiorini goes down that road, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
not putting up with him.
No. If he comes
still
out with those,
fixing it.
if he comes out through with these lips,
Yeah,
like
if
that
he's got
one day,
fucking duck lips one day.
it's
Can you
over for him.
imagine?
Just done.
Take your freckles and just deal with it. Okay. Wow. All right,
Carry
Hollywood.
on.
You care to
Carry on.
share Hollywood?
Listen,
All right. So,
I caught up to
anyways,
one ring for the love of God.
that was pretty good.
Pretty
That was
good.
pretty quick. Pretty quick, especially with your big ass hands.
It's never on audio. I mean, it's always on silent. So caught me off guard. Apologize.
So not only was Carrot Top on this flight, and it had to return to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport.
Oh, did he miss his show?
No. Well, sort of.
All right.
He fucking missed the fireworks display he was planning to go to in Florida, which might be the saddest part of this whole story. Carrot Top missed the fireworks display he was planning to go to.
Well, sounds like we've got
Lawsuit?
lawsuit coming.
Yeah.
Damages.
Okay.
I mean, though, that's textbook definition
Yeah.
of damages.
Well, he's been personally damaged.
Yeah.
What do they call that? There's when they
Pain and
give
suffering.
when they give you extra money, where it's like, you
yeah,
get
yeah.
$5,000 because of this, but then punitive.
Punitive damage.
Yeah, he's got a lot of punitive damages to
Mm-hmm.
deal with. I mean, he should be doing the same with whoever his plastic surgeon is too.
Right.
I would think there's grounds for punitive there. But this is bullshit. When Carrot Top misses, the fireworks display, that's devastating. Absolutely devastating.
Sure, Florida's got fabulous fireworks.
Oh, some of the best right there on the coastal sandy beaches. Be gorgeous.
lovely.
Gorgeous. Spokesperson for the airline said the plane returned to the gate due to a disruptive customer. The flight was met at the gate by local law enforcement. The customer was removed. We thank our customers for their understanding, our team members for their professionalism in managing a difficult situation. I don't understand why this always takes hours, by the way. Can't you just fucking throw it in reverse, back that thing back up to the gate, and by the scruff of the neck and the belt loop, and just throw them into the tarmac?
They weren't even in the.
Let them.
They
deal
weren't in
with
the
it.
air yet. They were
No,
still on the
I
ground.
don't think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And why does Carrot Top have to suffer like this?
Yeah. Why isn't it just the car just come out to the tarmac?
Yeah.
Does it just pull off to one of those little, scenic overpasses?
Dude.
Off to the little side, let a couple people go by you, wave them over. Like, go ahead, pass this for a second.
I could do you
let
one
the
better.
paddy wagon come out, put those stupid little stairs up, have that fucking stupid truck with the stairs come running over, pull it up, and then you just haul that dumb bitch out.
I could do you one better. Why not? The luggage thing is already there, unloading all the luggage onto the fucking plane. Now you've got an empty little thing, go-kart, Use that. Just throw her, just literally chuck her out the window. Right onto that thing, and then cart her off, and
cabin's not pressurized
just
yet. You
call
can just
ahead.
open the shit out of that door.
Yeah, sorry, this is American Airlines, Flight 227, and we've got a crazy bitch we're about to chuck out onto the landing here. If you could pull that luggage cart back out, we'd love to get away. We've got Carrot Top on board, and he's got a fireworks display to hit in Florida, so we got to get going. Like, what's wrong with that?
We'll make up a little time in the air.
Yeah, floor it.
Yeah.
I get it.
We got tailwind going to Florida.
So
don't worry, Carrot Top. We'll take care of you, buddy.
Exactly. You do have the wind behind you, dude. You could haul ass, get there in no time. Make that up in no time.
Oh, listen, they don't go full speed.
No.
It's like, listen, think about your car on the freeway.
Yeah.
You get your ideal fuel economy is at 55 miles an hour.
Right.
Nobody goes 55 miles an hour.
Hell no.
Right. You can get there a hell of a lot faster, but it costs more because you burn more gas.
Yeah.
Those planes are going 55 miles an hour.
Well, Germany's figured it out with the Autobahn. I don't
hear
hear them complaining all the time.
Well, you might want to look back into that because they're reeling that back in.
Are they really?
Yep.
Oh, boy. They're going to put speed limits on the Autobahn?
Yep.
Wow. All right. We haven't even figured out would you yet.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Let's pull her up. Let's see if she's got an argument. I don't know.
I know.
We don't know.
I don't even know what the issue is.
Yeah. Well, let's check it out.
Let's see. All right.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks.
Well, you might want to say what that reason is.
Oh, she'll get to it.
Will she?
Yeah. Start it over.
All right.
Let her finish what she's going to say. First off, would you? You've seen her.
I mean, it's not a hard no, but I mean, I'm not putting any real effort into
If she's sitting in the middle seat with you and she says, what do you say we join the Mile High Club?
Well, then, yeah. I mean, like I said, circumstantially, I'm not going out of my way for it, but it's not a hard no.
Say whatever you want.
She comes, looks like nice titties.
But as of like now, it's a no.
She's worked up.
I know. I don't fuck crazy.
I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why
Said
I'm
anymore?
getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Actually, 100% no after that voice, that nasally twat.
Well, she's half crying.
Oh no! Could you imagine that screaming your name? Oh, nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
All right. So what?
But if you buried her,
what motherfucker's not real?
I don't know.
We don't have follow up on this.
Are you for certain that the motherfucker back there is real?
No,
Can
but
you say with 100% certainty that the motherfucker back there is real?
I don't even know which motherfucker we're speaking of, so I can't even put an opinion out there.
So at this point, she might be 100% right.
There should be a pause in the video. There should be a circle on some guy's head, and he should be able to stand up and go, "I am too real."
What if it was Carrot Top? Because Carrot Top is somewhere in that tube.
That would be amazing.
Can you imagine?
No, how great would that be? Going, that's not human.
That's not
fucking real. That is some fucking cyborg shit. I am getting off of this plane. In which case, I am all with this chick.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking Saw character.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
yes.
if she was calling out Carrot Top is not real.
Yes.
Let's hear it again and see if we can see in the background.
Oh jeez.
Oh no.
No, you're good.
Let's see if you can see. Can you see that orange fucking plume anywhere?
Fuck you, bitch.
I am too real. Yeah, it's hard to say because if the motherfucker in the back is in fact not real, and how do you prove that?
And listen, we just got done talking that if anybody could be accused of not being real, it's Carrot Top.
Yeah, and he's on the flight.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
things are coming together here.
Yeah, she might have an argument.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you haven't mentioned the titties once, and it looks like they're
listen.
she's got kind of an Amy Schumer vibe to her, like 10 years ago. Amy Schumer.
I mean, there's definitely potential there, but
yeah,
she's not there
potential is
yet.
strong.
Yeah, there's a little bit coming out, and hey,
And scariest of all, she could have spit out a couple kids.
right? That's
that belly says
it's
maybe.
the voice for me. The voice is just a hard no. There's that.
It's shrill.
When
no doubt
when it
it's
gets
shrill.
to that level. Oh
Yeah. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can finger which motherfucker might not be real.
The reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks.
Wait a minute. Do we have some professional training? Is this an ex-stewardess? Can we? Do you
Where?
see it? Is this? I mean, is she pointing out exit rows right here? Look at this. I think there's some professional training here. Watch
And
this.
there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone.
Right? Where are the exits? Right there.
Yeah.
You know that move? You've seen the exits along the doors?
Yeah.
I think this is next fucking stewardess here.
Oh, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
perhaps.
All. That's all.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can.
I love the collective gasp. Oh,
Yeah.
like everybody turns around. One guy in the back going,
How we just established, by the way, how much funnier this story is if it's Carrot Top she's talking about. Because
dude.
all of a sudden I'm with her.
I would like to believe that she's just sort of coming into Carrot Top's section up here. That he's up in the front.
Yeah.
Listen, times have been tough. I don't. Carrot Top's not killing it anymore.
I think Carrot Top's doing just fine.
He's fine, but
It's not a bad act either. I know it's the Nickelback of comics. I get it. He's a prop comic. It's not that bad, though. He's not.
I'm sure it's fine.
And I think he had a Vegas residency.
Did?
Dude, I'm telling you, Google his net worth. I bet Carrot Top's worth a lot more than you think.
I'm sure.
And I have no idea
I'm
what
sure
his
he
net worth
probably
is.
What do you guess? I bet he is worth. I don't think it's. What do you think?
I was thinking, this is going to sound crazy as this bitch. I was thinking like 70 million.
I was thinking like 20.
Which, not bad.
No, not bad. But I mean, you know his name. You can, if you recognize a guy in the street, he better be worth double-digit millions.
Yeah. Google it. I want to know what Carrot Top's net worth is. And we'll watch this video one more time. I don't mean to bore people with it, but it's only 30 seconds long. And just keep in the back of your head that the person she may be talking about is Carrot Top. And it becomes a lot more like you got to give her some credit for this.
Hold on. Well, let me do this first. We'll put this here.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't do it.
Dude, this is...
Hold on.
Holy fucking shit, dude. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. This motherfucker back here is not real. Yeah, all of a sudden I'm with her.
I know it.
I'm absolutely with her. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, you can see the picture.
Okay. All right.
So his net worth, I gotta know. Or you want me to Google it while you play this?
No, I got it. I got a lot going on here, dude.
That's fine.
No, I need that down here. You come back down here.
I think if I met her on a random...
And she wasn't screaming?
Yeah, if she was just being normal, it's a lot to ask for.
Yes,
I think I would.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm just going straight, would you or would you not? Like, you're really hung up on the voice, which I understand. I get it. It's legit. But,
I'm calling.
I haven't had a girlfriend in a long time.
Calling bullshit on every level.
I haven't had a girlfriend in a long time, so maybe my would-yous are a lot more flexible these days.
I'm calling bullshit.
I'm
calling bullshit on you right now.
Why?
Because Carrot Top's worth $70 million.
Stop it.
Don't tell me you didn't
Stop
look it up. Don't tell me you didn't look it up.
I swear on my family, I've never looked up Carrot Top's net worth. Is he really worth $70 million?
Allegedly.
I'm fucking brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
I am nothing.
Oh no, look,
short
this one says
of
75.
brilliant. No. We're going with the first one. The first one's right.
All right, whatever.
So he can afford his own fireworks display when he gets to
And
Florida.
he's probably up in the first class. But maybe he's in the back because you can still smoke on these planes. I don't know.
Why is that son of a bitch not in private? What's he doing on a regular American Airlines flight?
I don't know.
Carrot Top, he's just like us. All right, one last time, but keep in mind she's probably talking about Carrot Top.
Clearly talking about Carrot Top. Let's see. All right, from the beginning. From the top.
From the top. One last time.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now.
Okay, first of all, that boner killer. Second of all, watch the jiggle on the left arm on the flail.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
The fuck off, and
Right here.
everyone
And-
can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can
There's
sit
something
on
about
this
that
plane
second
and you
pause
can
with that. That
fucking
motherfucker,
back there.
that motherfucker is not real.
Yeah.
Which lends some
It's
credibility.
not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can
Wait.
fucking die with them or
Wait, is that him standing up?
No.
Wait a minute.
Tell
Wait
me.
a minute. Wait a
Please
minute.
tell
When
me
they
you
when
can
they
see
pan
Carrot Top.
back. Oh no, it's the chick. It's the,
Oh, well,
it's the
could have been.
stewardess. The sky
sit
waitress.
on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
It says bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Can you tell me they're in Dallas, Texas?
Bye. Well, nobody shot her.
Bye. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what to make of that. honestly.
Listen,
I just don't.
100% is whether or not she's talking about Carrot Top.
Yeah.
If she's not talking about Carrot Top, she's batshit crazy. If
Yeah.
she's talking about
Fair.
Carrot Top, she is completely legitimate.
Fair.
So, I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, I think we solved the world problem right there.
Yeah.
Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. Again, 248-914-1173.
All right. Should we get to some Ask T-Roy? Before we get to email, again, email is walters@detroitcast.com. Thank you to everybody that emailed over the weekend and the end of last week. I've got quite a few to get through. But we always enjoy reading them. So please continue to send your emails on, no matter what the subject matter is. We will read it, and we'll go from there. So, Ask T-Roy. Let's see. I've got a few people.
Oh, boy.
Dear T-Roy, my husband and I.
My husband!
My husband and I have been together for 16 years and have 2 little boys. Since we were young, we have wanted tattoos. But we couldn't afford them, and I couldn't decide what kind I wanted. Recently, the subject came up again, and I decided I'd get one that symbolizes my motherhood. At first, my husband seemed all
You gonna
for
get a
it.
saggy titty tattoo?
Right? What are we doing here?
Right? Blown out vagine?
She's getting a tattoo of a blown out vagine.
Gonna get stretch marks tattooed on you?
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't come in as well as I'd hoped. Let's really accentuate these stretch marks.
She gets mom jeans tattooed on her fucking. They're just waist up over the belly button. At first, my husband seemed all for it, but then he started joking about where his name would go on it. I responded that his name would never be part of my tattoo because it would be about being a mom. I also said I don't plan to get a tattoo of him because although I know he will grow old together, if something happened to him, I'd be stuck with it forever. He was hurt by that remark and now thinks I'm questioning our future together. Mind you, his tattoo has nothing to do with me or our kids, and I never asked him to do that. Now he's pushing me to honor him in a tattoo. I still feel strongly about the mother ink being my one and only. Should I add his name or is a tattoo not the best route? Feeling guilty in Texas.
He's a pussy.
Yeah.
No, you should.
I notice you say that a lot.
You should certainly not put his name on your body.
I agree with that. That's tacky.
Generally, never.
Yeah, I get it. That was popular for a while. A lot of people are stuck with it.
Yep.
So.
Congratulations. Let me know how that worked out for
Yeah,
the 72% of divorcees that have their X's tattooed on them.
It works like the tramp stamp does. It doesn't age well, basically.
If you're going to do it, then you may as well start it at like the top of your arm and then just go ahead and the next one you get, put a name and you cross out the one above it. And then you cross out that name and you put the next name below it, right? If you're going to put a tattoo on, then you may as well just get a scroll tattooed on your arm and with lines and then just put it on there and keep going.
Yeah.
No, fuck that guy. He's insecure. He's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's not doing it for you. He didn't offer to get, hey, honey, I'll get your name, you get mine.
Right.
No, it's about motherhood. It's about the children because you may not always be her husband, but they will always be her kids.
Yeah.
You self-righteous prick.
So is it kind of like he's he wants to stamp his claim, almost like this is mine, and if you get a tattoo with my name on it, then it shows ownership of mine.
Then you tattoo her name with an apostrophe S on your cock.
Yeah,
this is Sharon's dick.
Yeah. Well, hopefully his name's just Ed.
Whatever, but I'm just
that's
saying,
all I could fit. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I meant her name on his dick, like to claim it.
Right. I know. But if I dated a Felicia, I couldn't tattoo that on my dick. I would have to date like
fonts.
a Sue. You know, if I got a Sue,
you could do the initials. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I could do two initials. Two.
No, it's just superficial. It's stupid. It's ignorant.
You would think you'd be established enough in your relationship.
16
after
years in.
16 years and 2 children.
You would hope you'd be quite,
confident in where you stand.
Exactly. And it would be one thing if you had some agreement going in, like, I'll get your name, you get mine, we'll do this. And then she balked, like, well, I don't really think I want your name. Okay, that's a bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
But her having this motherly desire to put this tattoo on,
yeah,
you having nothing to do with her name, and then you trying to impose your name into her tattoo, dude's wrong. You're fine. If you want.
Does it matter at all if the guy's got a fucking lame name? Like if his name's Mike and there's a billion Mikes in the world, like that would. I would be like, no, I'm not getting your name tattooed.
Nobody should ever get the name tattooed on.
Yeah. Let's see, dear T. Roy, my husband is in his.
My husband.
He's in his 40s, permanently disabled from injuries received in a recent auto accident. He is in pain. He's on pain meds 24 hours a day and basically sleeps his days away. God, that sounds awesome. Jealous. His pain and immobility make intimacy impossible.
Yeah, he ain't getting it up like that.
He doesn't object when I go out with friends or participate in activities he is unable to do, like hiking, biking, or kayaking. Yet I feel guilty for leaving him home alone 5 days a week.
What about fucking?
Well, and leaving him home alone 5 days a week and sometimes the entire weekend. His mother thinks I'm a terrible person for doing this, but I can't just sit home with him after I get home from work because he falls asleep watching TV. We both know this will be the situation for the rest of our lives. This self-care is very important to my physical and mental well-being, so the financial stress is also overwhelming. How do I continue to live an active life and still be the wife he needs? Sad fate in Pennsylvania. It's a tough one.
Well, that is a tough one because, yes, you have to take care of yourself. And just because, your circumstances, your partner circumstances have changed, it's unfortunate to feel like yours is going to have to change. Now, you can just cut bait and run.
Yeah.
You want to you leave an active lifestyle, and you obviously need a deep dicking, right? Mm-hmm. So he's fine with you going kayaking, hiking, all that stuff, doing all the things that he can't participate in.
Kayaking. She left out fucking.
That's right. That's a great question. Where that's going to go long term, because I promise you, it's not going to end well. Mm-hmm. But if you are committed to this man and devoted to helping this man, then you're going to have to take some concessions, like maybe not 5 days a week and all weekends, you whore. Okay? So maybe we could find some common ground here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll fall asleep on the couch watching Matlock while you fucking snore and drool on yourself.
Yeah.
Because I want to be this wife for you. But I get to go out 2 days a week to blow the lines out and do whatever. Meanwhile, John next door is going to fucking clean out my pipes for me.
Right.
Okay? Because otherwise I'm going to go crazy and kill you in your sleep.
I would say, as someone who is very familiar with the effects of painkillers, and lots of people know what that's like, and I am one of them. When you start talking about drooling on yourself and passing out all day, you are either taking massive amounts of oxys or you're also doing heroin with it. Like someone that's controlling pain by taking, it could be round the clock, every 4 hours, every 4 to 6 hours.
We don't know
whatever.
even what level of this permanently disabled that he is. I mean, is he brain dead? Is he just physically incapable of doing things?
It sounds like he's fucking loading up on painkillers and then melting into the couch, which, that if you think you can just do that for the rest of your life, you're wrong. First, no. And I don't know, it can have that effect, but your body's going to get used to those meds, and it's not going to fucking make you melt. Now, if you're shooting fucking black tar heroin, I mean, that could do it, So fentanyl can do that if you're doing that.
She's probably aware. It doesn't sound like he's out getting his own fucking smack these days.
Well,
who knows?
I mean, unless he's just laid up in the bed all day in a permanent cast.
Could be paperwork. That's it. He could be disabled. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It looks to me like she's asking for permission to go live whatever lifestyle she wants.
I'm gonna say that the 5 days a week and all weekend is a bit much.
Sometimes all weekend.
Yes, exactly.
Which means like every other or every 3 out of 4.
Yeah. And listen, you're not fooling us.
Yeah.
You're
seeing through it.
There's deep Dickens in these weekends.
There's multiple men on her block that have sampled the goods.
Yeah, stepping up, filling that void. Mm-hmm. Being the hunter to that bow.
Yeah.
But
the arrow to that bow.
If you need to sow your oats, then move on.
Yeah.
If you want to be loyal to your man, then you have to make some concessions.
Well, at what point, because I used to have this conversation with Jay, and I would put Gab in horrible things where I was like, I took her arms, legs away, I filled her vagina with cement, her mouth was filled with nothing but lemons. She couldn't suck his dick, he couldn't fuck her, nothing worked.
Yeah.
Nothing. And he's like, yep, still married. I'm like, you're literally hanging this thing in the closet every day. And it can't do anything else. Can't perform anything for you.
Cheaper to keep her.
Yeah. He was like, for sickness and in health and all that bullshit, till death do us part.
Yeah.
Like, is there a point where you're like,
does that count if you catch her fucking choking on the neighbor's dick too?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
You didn't propose that option.
That's one I did, and he probably leapt across the table and punched me for even.
It's just a legitimate question,
right? I agree.
Sickness and in health.
Yeah.
What if she's a sex addict?
Is there a point though where you're like, all right, you know what? I can put up with a lot of shit, but this dude or this bitch it's so over the line now. I can't deal with this. I'm fucking gone. And you know what? If God's got some questions, I will gladly answer them. But this ain't what I signed up for. Mm-hmm. Can you reach that point in every relationship?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can, for sure.
Yeah.
And marriage vows.
As a good Christian, though?
Means different things to different people.
Yeah.
Being a good Christian means different things to different people as well.
So there can be bad Christians?
Perhaps,
Rabbit. Perhaps.
Let's just say there's bad people everywhere.
Yeah.
But there is no right or wrong. But I think from what I'm hearing, you might be taking advantage of the situation a little bit. You might want to spend a little less time on the couch next to your husband, and a little more time on the couch, and a little less time on your back.
Yeah. With the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although I will say, sounds like he's also taking a little bit of advantage of his situation.
Sure.
If he's just melting into the couch 24/7.
We don't know the level of pain my man is in.
Yeah, well,
he could have 107 broken bones in his body. We don't know.
Then car accident. Then point that out.
It was a car accident, she said, from a recent car accident.
Yeah.
He could be just coming through all these surgeries,
and
all this
why
stuff.
Would you say this is our life for good? Like, how do you know that? It was a recent car accident?
Right. I think she's more I think this is all code for his dick not working.
Yeah.
Now.
Could be.
I think this is all just code.
Yeah.
For not getting laid.
Yeah. His dick don't work. And
hiking and biking.
Kayaking. Yeah.
Sure.
More like cockacking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are just acronyms for guys' names.
All right. Let's see.
Aaron, Brian, and Kevin.
Yeah. So I had mentioned, you and I had a discussion 2 weeks ago about how we feel kind of pissed off now that we succumb to the vaccine.
gross, but yes.
You know what I mean? That we felt like, yeah, we're taking one for the team, and looking back on it now, it seemed more like just a way to line Big Pharma's pockets and fuck them for that, you know? So anyways, someone is responding to that, saying, the subject being, I was also shamed into vaccinations. Hello, friends. Michael and T-Roy, my friends, my brothers, I walked the line, you walked. Long story short, but I was residing with my elderly parents during the COVID frenzy, and I had zero intention of having that supermarket swept-to-market vaccine injected into my body. But I folded under the pressure from my sister's relentless harping because I was living with mom and dad. I was poked with the first 2 Pfizer shots, and I am not a man who's afraid of needles because I have several tattoos. Full disclosure, I was actually more comfortable sitting in a recently used waiting seat that was warm from the previous resident. And the second time, I went to Meijer to get poked. I actually sat on the floor of the women's clothing section makeshift clinic instead of a warm chair. Sidebar, how fucking weird is it to have to go to Meijer to get an intramuscular injection than a real medical facility? Mom and dad from a very young age instilled solid values, the golden rule, think about the consequences of your actions and shit. I could also recall as clear as yesterday hearing my mom say as I walked in from elementary school, wash that DeKaiser dirt off your hands. And I would drop my bag, enter the half bath, and wash up. Edward J. DeKaiser being the Utica Community School elementary school I attended with fellow monster Justin Iman, a best friend since kindergarten in 1985. So yeah, man, what the fuck? My sister was texting me several times a week. Did you get vaccinated? Did you schedule your vax? You know, mom and dad are old. You really should get vaccinated. If it was just mom and dad leaning on me, I would have just lied to them and said I got the shot. But my sister was asking for the vax card, which I only had to produce twice. Once to my parents, second time was at a thrash metal concert at the Majestic.
Yep.
Been there. Regarding the whole COVID fiasco, I work for a residential plumbing company and worked every fucking day during that. His words, not mine. Every fucking day during that gay bullshit. I had 1 day off because we were slow, and I only ever had 2 people ask me to wear a mask. Skinny old white U of M libtard and a black guy whose wife had recently given birth to a child. Moral of the story is, to quote former 2-time U.S. American president and president of the MLB Texas Rangers, George W. Bush, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, or won't get fooled again. Yours truly, and God bless fucking America. America.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have that regret.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have not had any side effects that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
But who knows? It's still a long way to go.
I agree, and who knows is right. I hate feeling, we went in well-intentioned and felt like we were participating in the greater good of something bigger than us, something that was important. Remember all the shaming about, caring about other people and thinking about your neighbors and other people and all this bullshit and nonsense. I'm sorry it was. If you still buy that stuff, good for you.
I remember,
but you were fooled too.
I remember thinking, in doing the minimal amount of research that was available, which is important to note, the research that was available out there to try and make up your minds. It just didn't make sense to me. I mean, we were on from day one about how is this doing anything for anybody else? It doesn't protect you. They tried to say it at first, but it was like, no, it doesn't.
And they certainly had no research on that.
None whatsoever.
To prove that.
Yeah, and clearly, and no, long-term, myocarditis, effects or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But it was like it just didn't make sense. But again, it just swept up, and it doesn't matter because they all made their money.
Here's what they did do, though. They took advantage of what most of us thought was an industry who was well-intentioned and was only looking out for you and your health as a society. And that's why, so many millions, tens and hundreds of millions of people believed that to be the truth, that these people would never do anything to harm you.
We're talking government or big pharma?
Both.
Exactly.
Right.
My point.
So, right. And so we took them at their word that, oh my God, this is so important that we could actually, God, I'd feel terrible if me just walking around the park made everybody else and their dogs sick.
If they did something that was detrimental to mankind, they would obviously be held responsible, right?
Right.
Isn't that how that works?
You would think.
They could be sued, I think, right? Can't they?
No, not even a little bit.
No?
No. Emergency use.
Oh, that's weird.
And so
even without emergency use.
I hope yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. I hope they got the wad of cash, and it was that was so important to them.
They did.
Because what they inadvertently did was made it so that a gigundous amount of the population does not trust them at all.
Yep.
People that thought they were doing the right thing for the right reasons, and these were people that could be trusted, no longer trust those entities.
Bit of a
and
boy
I am
cried
one
wolf
of them.
scenario.
100%.
So when something comes along that we may actually need,
yeah, you blew your wad on this. I hope it was worth the hundreds of billions you made.
Exactly.
So that's where we stand. We all feel, at least I personally, I feel fucking abused, honestly. I feel like I was used and abused, and it pisses me off. Nothing I can do about it now, but
I feel worse. I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
That I did it.
That's a great way to put it, because that's kind of how I feel.
Saw the writing on the wall, and I still went along with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
for
like the way
selfish reasons is what it was for me.
I like the way some other people in our inner circle did it, and they just kind of
made a fake fax card.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, there's
because that's all it was. That was the only reason I got it.
Yeah.
Was because I was just easier to do that and have the card than to go and have a negative test all these times.
Right.
Well, I should have just had both templates. I could have just made a fake card and or a fake, just change the date on my test results.
Yeah.
Here you go. It's from today.
Yeah.
Because the bouncers are really looking
hardcore.
Those doctors really looking into your medical fucking history.
Yeah.
To let you into the Royal Oak Music Theater.
Being in L.A. with Newberg and him, like, talking up the fucking, what do they call that thing? That you scan.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have your barcode. Your QR code.
You got this really handy barcode.
Fantastic.
What could possibly go wrong with having a barcode with your fucking health information on it?
Don't worry, your chip's next, buddy.
Holy shit.
Go stand in line for that.
Yeah. No thank you.
It's so convenient. I don't even have to show my ID anymore. They just know where I am.
Yeah.
I don't even have to take out my credit card. It just automatically comes out of my account. So convenient.
Yeah. So easy. I wish they would have done this decades ago. Yeah. Missed the big story. I feel like you may have missed the big story the other day. One you saw with your own eyes. Attendance is so low they are allowing blankets at the movie theater now. I hope they are also squeegeeing and bleaching those lay-down chairs. Enough stuff happened in a theater when I was young. If they let us bring in blankets, fuck. Blankets and PJs? No more having to worry about the decision between just unzipping or going full unbuckled belt. One way you risk the zipper doing some real damage or catching a stray pube for younger listeners. This is from a time when people did not shave all their body hair off. The other way you drastically increase the chance of getting caught.
What are pubes?
Yeah, what are those things? Damn it. Kids these days have it made. Ed, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
And no, it was, you know what they did? What I've noticed in a lot of these theaters, they still have the big screen, but they've almost cut them in half. And so it's not like seating at Pine Knob. It's like it only holds 200 people.
Intimate. Yeah, they generally have a few big theaters.
Yes.
That will be the big blockbusters and whatever's the biggest one to fill those. And then they have a lot of smaller ones.
Exactly.
I was in one, they had couches, love seats.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, what do you think's going on there? Give me a blanket, a bucket of popcorn, and a love seat.
God, dude, what would have gone on when we were that age where you couldn't control it? It was like, I guess it's going to be in the car or in the woods or under this tree.
Right.
Movie theater with fucking reclining chairs and blankets. Are you shitting me?
Yeah. Why don't you just put the love seats in the back row?
Yeah.
That's what we need to.
Yeah. Just have some sort of cum catcher, like a drain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to dump it in her, so.
Shoes are sticking to the floor.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons. Not from spilled frozen Cokes. It's from,
Frozen spilled cocks.
Dogs are not racist. Dogs are not racist, LOL.
They can't see color, right?
Yeah.
Womp womp.
You all just never had your dogs by black people. Well, I can only take my dog around where people are around me. There's some black people.
Yeah.
My dog is the sweetest, but sniffs out the assholes, and she's 100% not racist. She hates anyone walking a dog on the street. Anyone else she hates, not trustworthy at all.
Okay. Well, listen, we didn't say all dogs are racist.
No, we did not.
Just like all people aren't racist.
Yeah.
That's like saying people aren't racist.
Right.
Because you're not racist. Your dog's not racist, so people aren't racist?
Look, dogs react. I've noticed with Cece, she very, very, very rarely will react when Troy comes in the house or when I come in the house. Every once in a while, you'll catch her off guard and there's a ruckus and she's, she'll kind of go. But 99% of the time, she's very used to Troy coming in and out of the house, me coming out of the house. She never has an issue. The only time she'll kind of get her, self worked up is if it's someone she's never seen. So if it's FedEx driver or whatever, does that make her racist if it happens to be a black person walking in the door?
Yes.
She freaked out at hats, very white kids. You know what I mean? Like big, like the worst she's ever freaked out.
Yeah.
Scared
True, that
to
is
death.
one of the best, yeah.
I mean, like, I've never seen anything like it before, during, or since. So, but I don't know. Can dogs be like, fuck these blacks? I ain't having it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it seems to be a fairly legitimate thing. I don't know why. I can't get into the science behind it.
Yeah.
Can't get into their minds. But
Can't ask them. I've tried.
yeah.
It's all anecdotal. Every bit of evidence we have.
And I guess that was. I thought the possibility of wearing a mask was legitimate. As shitty as it sounds, maybe their eyesight's not so good, and they can't make out the facial features as well, and think, "What is that? A burglar?" I only see her eyes and teeth. Is he wearing a ski mask?
Anything's on the table at
Right?
this point.
They grow up watching these movies with ski mask robbers.
Yeah, they know.
They know.
They know. She absolutely knows when a dog's on TV. She fucking knows, man. All right, let's do one more email and get out of here. We're running late. T-Roy and one-legged sex.
What?
On the most recent Patreon news we didn't get to this week regarding the airport de-legging incident, you'll have to become a member and listen to that dynamite segment. That was funny as shit. You guys mentioned the victim was all right looking, but T-Roy wouldn't do her because she had one leg. I would reconsider. Once you're in, you could use the one remaining leg as a 3 on the tree type shifter and spin that shit about 180 degrees, a left to right, a left to right. Your humble and obedient servant, NFL Bob.
Well, hello, Bob. I'd have to go back and listen to that.
I would,
because
too.
I don't ever remember not having a leg being the hard no for me.
I don't either. You must have, because Bob is not usually wrong.
No, nope. I'd be interesting to hear my take on that again because I just don't see that being the hard no on there.
No, and I think I would have called you out for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we would
Yeah.
have been thinking about new possibilities. It's a brave new world.
Yeah,
with
no
only
doubt.
one leg,
Right?
But it's not going to scare either one of us.
I mean, just
off.
think of how many lbs that takes off the scale.
Yeah,
Be like,
great
yeah,
point.
right? Oh yeah, she's down to 82 pounds.
That's funny. I'm
Real
glad you.
spinner I got here.
I'm glad you said that because while my memory stinks, I do not remember you having a hard out.
I don't remember that being my issue.
No. Would you rather she be missing an arm or a leg?
Boy.
A leg
I'm
would
gonna
be
go-
fun because you could just push her,
Well,
and that would never get old to me.
I know.
That would never get
I'd
old.
never date a woman named Eileen.
No.
I would say I would rather let one arm, 2 legs.
I think I would too.
I don't want to fucking hopping around with me and shit. I don't want to have to carry her.
Yeah.
She only needs one
Crutches
hand
would get in the way.
One hand for a good handy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think the 2 legs definitely outweighs one.
I might go as far as saying you could take both her arms for all I care. Keep both legs. She's still got a functioning mouth.
I know. You got to do a lot of work though if she's got no arms.
Yeah, that's true. She can't cook for shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real problem.
Cooking with her feet and stuff.
How's she gonna do
making
laundry?
Making your sandwich with her feet.
Yeah. Folding your laundry be a nightmare.
Yeah. Why is my shit all wrinkled again?
Yeah. Why you keep asking me to brush your fucking teeth for, you weirdo? You know? Yeah. Never mind what I just said. That was stupid.
That was. I'm glad you retracted that.
Yeah, I take that back wholeheartedly. I didn't mean that at all.
Yeah. 2 legs, 1 arm for me.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. She's still going to suck at folding laundry with just 1 arm, but, she'll make it work. That's her problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can adapt and overcome. I've seen videos. They can do amazing things.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on a shortened holiday week. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll all join us then.